Beautiful people, welcome back to the Talkin Noise Podcast, episode 14. I don't know if this is it for the year, but we'll see. We might bring a little something special for you guys. For Harper and me, I'm Derrick Cheston, D Cheston, whatever you want to call me. We got a lot today. I mean, a lot of news is popping in college football, NBA, NFL. My Patriots looking like contenders. Harper, I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, maybe last episode, you talked about your Panthers might go on might be 5-0 and things like that. But you know, y'all got hope now with Cam Newton, right?
We'll get to that.
Okay. We'll get some. I want to hear your take on that,
my boy.
And I want to hear Kate up take on that. Oh, we do have guests today, people. But let's get into some news. LeBron James is on the COVID list. I don't know if he tested positive or they said he tested positive.
Yeah, he did test positive.
If he tests positive, he can get 2 negative tests in 24 hours or the 10-day. I think he'll probably do the 10-day. You know he need rest.
They said he tested positive, then tested negative, then tested positive.
Tested positive. Yeah, I did read that. So he's out.
He'll be
Lakers
back.
Did have a.
He'll be back. My boy be back soon.
Lakers did have a big win yesterday, right?
Lakers did have a good win yesterday.
They had a good win against the Kings. You know,
Mm-hmm.
There's some promising out of that. OBJ was released from the Browns, and then now he signed with the Rams. So he doing his thing. 2 Duke hoop players, 2 basketball players facing charges following an early AM DWI. I think one was arrested. Was the grandson of Coach K was arrested?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they both were charged. They both were arrested, but one was released, I believe.
Okay.
Banchero, which I don't understand when passengers started getting charges. I didn't understand that one. But
they probably breathalyzed both of them and probably sick them down. You know, when the police put them lights behind you, you kind of get shaky, and then everything they say you kind of cooperate with, which you know it happened. But he is looking good now. I will say that. I will say he leaves good. But you know, last night was a little rocky.
Speaking
for you
of
guys. Go ahead.
Number 1 seed in the country. We got to talk about that L they took. So.
Well, I would save that for after the night. You might want to wait till after Michigan. Y'all play Michigan and then say or rearrange your words, make them nice.
I'm not worried. I'm watching Carolina basketball for some years now. I know how this thing works. They not losing 3 in a row, and I know they're gonna win tonight. I mean, if you want to put some money on the game, we can do that right now.
I had my chance to bet. I'm good.
Okay, so we'll leave that right there. LSU is expected to hire Notre Dame's Brian Kelly, former Notre Dame coach. Kemba Walker's out of the Knicks rotation. My boy Kemba. Lincoln Riley got that crazy deal to be the next USC coach.
Well, Brian Kelly deal was he making more money, but Lincoln got the better incentives.
I know
he get that unlimited jet.
Then he pay for his both houses, and he got way more money than it. And then this is not confirmed. We just saw this on Twitter. You know how people get some information and post it on there, but it is a decent source, we would say. But sources say, as they say, that he got crazy incentives.
I want to talk about that whole college switching stuff. We're going to talk about that soon.
Bam Adebayo will undergo surgery on his right thumb. I think Damian Lillard is out 10 games also. And we want to pay our condolences to rapper Young Dolph. He was shot and killed in Memphis. Had some great music. Did y'all listen to him like that or what?
Preach. Come on, of course.
Yeah, and back in the day I did. I haven't listened to him lately. But yeah, I listened to Dolph. He was a good artist. Made some good music. In my time when I listened to him, I don't know about now, but
Dolph loved the controversy. He was He was a big talent, but he loved to be in the mix, man.
Definitely.
So that's what I'll say.
Definitely. Well, we want to get into this show, man. Talking Noise Podcast, episode 14. I'm bringing my boys to the stage. Jarrell and K-Dub in the building. What's up, fellas?
What's good, man? We back, man. We back.
Last time you did okay. No problems today, or we will have to suspend you from the show and for further notice. What y'all been up to? How was y'all Thanksgiving? Let's talk about that. Anybody?
Thanksgiving. Go ahead, Jarrell.
Oh, I was gonna say Thanksgiving was cool. Food was good. The games were, I guess, so. Cowboys lost, so I was content. That's all I got.
The games were all right. Did you cook any food?
No.
What you do, K-Dub? I know you ain't cooking.
First of all, I actually did cook. I give respect to all. I made jerk chicken. Made some curry goat, plantains, beef patties, ribs, all that. So I give respect to all mothers. Give respect to all mothers and grandmothers. I never understood it. Now I understand. They are super women, superpowers, because I can't do this next year. Can't do it. I'm going house hopping next year. I'm not doing.
You done? You done?
Yeah, one and done. It was good. I killed it, but nah, I didn't even make it to half after the second half of the Cowboys and Raiders game. I was asleep.
Probably knocked out.
I'm just tired. So
yeah.
You worked Thanksgiving meals, didn't you?
No, I was off.
Oh, you was off?
Yeah, I just chilled at the house with my family, and they made some food, and I watched the games and passed out probably about I didn't even watch the Cowboy game because I was asleep. My mother-in-law and my wife was in here screaming, and I was knocked out. So, but it's good that they lost because I'm getting tired of these Cowboy fans. So,
yes, sir.
They quiet right now.
They're a little nervous. We ain't helped yet. We missing pieces. We doing this. We doing that. We need a new coach. We need this. We don't want to hear that.
Looks familiar.
Harper, what you do?
I fried a turkey. I fry a turkey every year, but I fried a couple of turkeys. Ate okay, I don't really care about these. Don't put the camera. I don't really care about these little holidays, man. They are what they are. I ain't gonna give my real talk one day. So. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, you don't want to spend time with your family? I see how it is.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's what it's more for. But it's the way we dress these things up. It has to be a celebration of nonsense. So
I feel you, man. I ain't doing that. I work 8. The job fed us good, so I can't complain. That it was an easy day. It ain't much going on. Philadelphia act right. But let's get into some topics, man. NFL. Let's talk NFL. Anybody saw anything that kind of opened your eyes up, but like, yo, this team legit, or this team sorry, or we need help, or whatever? What have you saw this week or these past couple of weeks?
Well, I don't want to be the person to say that I told you so, but I've been telling
he sounded like LeVar. He sounded like LeVar.
These Patriots, man, they just I mean, we all watching it. Bear witness. I remember people was telling me that the Patriots were done. Now we what, number 2 in the AFC, number 1 in the AFC East, and I mean, we are a potential Super Bowl contender, believe it or not. And I remember when we cut Cam, people was telling me we weren't gonna be nothing with Mac Jones. So, and I mean, Mac's just playing great. He's playing lights out. That defense is top 5. The run game is top 5. The offensive line is top 5. It's just a Bill Belichick Patriot team, man. And I'm just happy that we rolling, but I'm not happy. I'm not too happy because we still got some more games left and the Super Bowl in sight. So, all smiles over here. The Patriots.
I got a rebuttal
team.
for that. I got a rebuttal for that.
Please, thank you.
This is this is reminding me of the 2001 Patriots. You know, when it first started, really good defense, good running game, unheralded quarterback, started out shaky. If y'all beat Buffalo this week, Monday night, then we really got something here.
Why is it always an if? If we do this, if we do that, where is the credit now?
Wait.
Where is the credit now?
Who did you guys beat in this 5-game winning streak? Is it
nobody?
Browns, Titans, Panthers,
Browns,
trash,
injured Titans.
Titans just 8-4. I'm sorry.
And they falling quick.
They had
they falling quick. They
no
2-2 without Henry. They 2-2 without Henry.
500.
And they
what
y'all want us to do?
What are they with? Derrick Henry.
We can only play who is in front of us.
You beat the Jets. Come on now.
You beat a
Sam. You beat a Sam Darnold led Panthers.
Thank you.
Come on now.
Yeah, I believe.
Oh,
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield
would have been better.
First of all, look, we were both 6-4 at the time when we played Baker, or they might have been a game up. So
you mean Baker?
We all know Baker's trash. We all know Baker's trash. Come on now, let's not.
That's crazy.
Let's not. Don't try to give him credit like Baker.
He do suck.
I'm not giving him credit. It's not just a Baker.
Yeah,
thing.
you beat a Titans team. You beat a Titans team without Derrick Henry. Come on now.
No, K-Dub. Not just Derrick Henry. No AJ Brown. No Julio.
Julio ain't played all year. Don't say his name.
Come on, bro.
AJ Brown only played like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, so, but it just so happened they gone with y'all.
They 3 best offensive weapons.
But listen, if we would have lost to them, it would have been a different conversation right now. If we would have lost, it would have been a different conversation.
Right now. Look. The next 2 games is where I'm really. The next 3 games, you play the Bills twice, and you play the Colts. The Colts is nothing to mess with right now.
Yeah,
I mean, they lost to the Bucs.
We gonna make Carson Wentz.
First of all, we're not worried about the Colts because Carson Wentz a turnover machine.
Yeah,
we know what he
got 1 quarter in a way.
It's not about Carson. They got Jonathan Taylor. He's going for MVP.
We gonna stop Jonathan Taylor. Bill Belichick is gonna put all his focus on. That's what he do. He take out your best player and make anybody else around you beat you. And if you can do it, you can do it. It's just like Houston. He took away Brandon Cooks. And what happened? You know, the other little receiver got off because that's what I'm saying.
Houston?
Houston. I'm giving you an example. And you see what happened in any other. Well, I don't know. New York. So we just completely shut down the Jets. I'm trying to give an example of a
quarterback.
Team that actually
got
off.
We see what happened with the Panthers.
Darius Leonard gonna eat on y'all. Like
Darius,
that's the real thing.
I ain't worried about Darius Leonard, man. What? You see that offensive line? We gonna run that ball right down they throw. You see what we do. We run the ball.
He didn't do nothing against Leonard Fournette.
And another thing, what happened?
He didn't do nothing against Leonard Fournette, who had a career day.
He did.
So what are you saying?
Boy, show
I'm just saying this.
What you think?
All I'm saying is, you talking about this defense of the Patriots. They haven't played a top QB yet. They haven't gone against Mahomes.
You see what they did against Tom Brady?
Tom Brady ain't no top quarterback. Man, stop that.
Come on, that's Bill Belichick.
Tom Brady's not a top quarterback right now in the league.
Fam,
of course,
but look, his whole life.
They got it's familiar. He knows him. He knows him like the back of his hand. Of course, he's gonna have the up advantage.
And y'all didn't beat Tom Brady. You lost.
Hey, come on, it was a tight game. That was a chess match.
How did we lose though?
It lost the same way y'all win Super Bowls by field goal.
The
same way you win rings.
It wasn't because of Brady.
Talk to me when y'all play Mahomes and Lamar.
Mahomes ain't good.
Mahomes haven't been looking good this year.
Whoa.
He had 2 good years. Now he good.
Lamar just had 4 interceptions.
Mahomes is not good. Like, are you just saying
have you watched him this year?
Mahomes
has he played good football this year?
He's playing better.
Mahomes played backyard football when they put 2 safeties over top so that he can't scramble around and try to kill deep. He can't do nothing.
I said, are you getting them or I'm getting them? Because
I'm gonna let you go first.
Give me Mac Jones, bro. Give me Mac Jones.
Wait.
Mahomes, all right, Jarrell, what you gotta say?
Mahomes in a down year is still a top 5 quarterback. You hear that, right? They went on a crazy losing streak, and now they second or third in the AFC.
They haven't played good.
See them come playoff time, and then
what have they done offensive? They haven't had a good offensive game besides that Raiders game. Like, when's the last time they put up 40 points? They've been scoring.
Do you have to put up 40 points to win?
It's Mahomes. It's the Chiefs.
But guess what? Look,
and he was leading the lead.
And this is
now we done downgraded Mahomes.
You're taking it for granted. You're taking it for granted. Just like Dab said, it's kind of like hip hop. No, it's kind of like hip hop. Kanye came out with 3 great stellar albums. All right. Then when he started putting like 3 to 5, okay. I didn't like Yeezus. All right, let's count.
No.
The first 3 are classics.
Yes, classic. He came out with classics,
music
album. So afterwards, when he starts putting out more projects, it's not living up to it, but it's still good albums. It's not like they suck. He's just not getting up to his pedigree of what he started off with. Mahomes, he started off. So Mahomes, same way. He came out taking over the league. Now, just because he's not playing up to his part that we used to, doesn't mean that
he was taking over the league. He
only had 2-3 good
years. He had an ability that most quarterbacks didn't have, and he was doing something different in the games. I don't know if he was taking over the league because he won.
He was doing stuff we ain't seen.
I just said that.
Like
he Tom Brady. Like he
but look at the facts. Look at the facts.
How long did it take Brady to throw 50 touchdowns?
Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl, but Aaron Rodgers been doing what he do for how many years? Over a decade. Aaron Rodgers.
That ain't Mahomes' fault, though.
Y'all giving Mahomes credit for doing.
Why isn't it? You can't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl game, the biggest stage.
Okay, hold on.
That's not his fault. That's not his fault.
In the history of the league, has anyone in their first year thrown 50 touchdowns? Yes or no? Outside of Mahomes?
No.
No.
So if that's year one,
Matt Ryan throws for 4,000 to 5,000 yards. Does that make
touchdowns my first year starting? Don't talk to me about is
Matt
he transcending?
Ryan throws that. Does that
Nobody
make
cares? Let's not do yards. He throws 4,000 yards. Stafford was throwing 5,000 yards. Come on, let's stop that. Let's calm
50
down.
touchdowns.
That is very good.
Year one. What are we talking about?
Scoring touchdowns make him a top quarterback.
Fam.
He was a top 10 at the time.
He was top half.
He was top 10 when he was in the league. Yeah.
Look, you're talking about top 5. Top 5 when you were elite. At elite level.
Look, we'll see
when they get the list longer.
We can make Mr.
He's
Mac
a top
Jones.
15 quarterback.
We're gonna see what he do.
They got tape. Everybody got tape on Mac.
I don't know how it works. RG3 looked like better than all these guys his first year. Come on.
But see, RG3 ain't had that defense in that run game that we got.
He didn't have an arm like Mac Jones.
Y'all might not always have that defense.
Let's stop with Mac Jones. Mac Jones ain't showed us nothing yet. Mac Jones ain't showed us nothing yet. Let's stop that now. He ain't had the ball in the last 2 minutes yet.
You see Mac Judon out there.
Okay.
You see Mr. Ankle Monitor out there.
What rookie looks better than Mac Jones right now?
You said who?
What rookie looks better than Mac Jones right now?
He's the best rookie quarterback.
But that ain't saying much.
Doing the same thing Justin Herbert did last year, but winning games.
He's been better than some quarterback.
You should be winning games.
So Russell Wilson looks better than Mac right now?
No, he doesn't.
No, but I feel like Russell is playing a little possum out there anyway.
And then he has a broken middle finger on his throwing hand.
He has surgery. He has surgery.
He missing throws point blank.
I'm not gonna shame Russ. Russ gonna get better he gotta play that finger gotta get better. He gotta get
back.
Don't make it seem like
Mac ain't nothing. Come back.
Matt, don't make it seem like Mac ain't nothing but a more polished game manager. All right,
Mac is a young Tom Brady. I agree. He's a young Tom Brady.
Y'all playing,
but just because he
need to stop.
2000, that's what Gerard just said. I totally agree. But yeah, it's true.
2001, bro.
He's a game manager. That's all I wanted. I didn't want no Cam Newton.
Let me try to wait till the confetti call.
At the end of the day, when it comes to the season, we talk about who we give the most credit to. We're gonna give it to Bill Belichick. It's not gonna be no Mac Jones. It's gonna be Bill Belichick and that defense.
Long as Cam Newton ain't getting none of that credit, I will be happy. I'm tired. I'm glad y'all Panther fans finally got what you wanted. You
didn't even watch the game. I can tell you didn't even watch the game.
You didn't watch the game.
Y'all, you read the stat line at the bottom.
You read the stat line.
Watch the game. I'll be honest with you. Cam ain't looked that bad. The Panthers #1 in the league in drop passes. Their defense done went from 1st to 10th in 2 games. I mean, it's a lot
this
more. They had the most drop passes the last 2 weeks. They've had the most drop passes from receivers. He has the worst offensive line in the league. They got 2 practice squad guys starting. I mean, y'all can do this if you want, but you had the same excuses whenever Mac have his bad game. I'm gonna see if it was Mac playing bad.
Well, what's the difference between Mac Jones and Cam Newton?
The coaches. Matt Rule. Yeah,
Matt got terrible
rookie, a rookie.
Versus
and
MVP.
What's Cam Newton, a former MVP? What? So how? It's
former rookie
that you're comparing Cam Newton to a rookie and Mac Jones.
Like the thing about
it. One second. Everybody talking over each other. Come on, somebody talk. Let them talk, and then go. Because when you go back and look at this, people gonna be looking at this like, dang, they can't even get a word out. So, Kato, what you gotta say?
What I gotta say is, I think he's still forgetting that Cam Newton ain't even been in the league for over a month yet. Like he just came off the street. To learn. It took Mac Jones 7-8 months to learn that playbook. Cam Newton, he's never worked with this coach, so he's learning a whole playbook. He's trying to learn as much as he can.
It didn't take 7 to 8 months because the draft is like what? April, June.
We in December.
And then you're going right into. I mean, we had 12 games.
Training camp. Training camp was in
December.
August.
Okay, so you can say 5 months.
You mean Mac Jones was teaching Cam the playbook? That's what you meant to say.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna ask y'all if Cam Newton was the quarterback for New England right now, which are the same record, I think y'all be a little bit better.
No.
You're real. They hate him, man.
Hold on. Mees, go ahead, Mees.
How you gonna root against the black man?
Because it ain't got nothing to do with race. It got nothing to do with talent. He's not good no more.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, Mees.
Cam is a turnover machine. He turns the ball over. That's not what I don't personally don't like that. When the game on the line, and let a game be on the line, he gonna turn the ball over. That's what he do. He just does it. I can't. He doing the same thing he did last year with y'all, and I'm hearing these same excuses.
Cap.
You watching?
And he got. But I just heard when y'all first got him, we got. This the most talented team he played with. People told me that.
It is.
And now he got the most drop passes in the league.
It is.
I'm just so lost, man.
He can't catch the ball too. All right, so answer me this, y'all Patriots fans. How many of the same guys is out there catching passes that was out there last year?
Jacoby Myers, the main guy. Damien. Well, I mean, hey,
that's it.
But
everybody knew we spent money.
Tom Brady didn't want to them dudes. He's been there 20 years.
I need to go back and look at the video because I'm trying to figure out what you said, Harp, about when we signed these players. Because a lot of people I told people Kendrick Bourne was a really good receiver, and people laughed at me. People laughed at me when Nelson Aguilar, but now y'all telling me these guys.
I can attest. Mees did say he was a red zone target. He did say Kendrick Bourne was a red zone target. He did.
What did I say he was? So I said he was.
Not you. It might not have you. No. It might not have been you. I'm talking about people. Okay. But I need to go back. I need to go back and see what you said because a lot of people said that they overspent on these free agents. They not that good. Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, not that good. The only good one, some people said Matthew Judon was the only good signing person. Nelson Aguilar ain't good. And now we got we talented now. Like it's Mac Jones making these guys.
Are we in agreement?
It's Belichick
and it's big deal.
Y'all offense last year, talent-wise, was probably the worstest being in what?
Well, no, we still got N'Keal Harry.
Right.
We still got
the COVID season.
That was our defense. No, that was mainly our defense. And maybe two offensive linemen.
Just dealing with COVID all year. Like, we can't just discredit that too.
We are, but every team dealt with that.
Right now.
But every team dealt with that. And when you go back to last year, when you look at multiple games, you had a fumble against the Jets. We lost. Let me talk. Can I talk? I'm telling you, I'll watch the Patriots. All right, let me talk.
I do too.
All right, we're gonna see. But anyway, last year against the Jets, he had a fumble. You lost the game. Or it might have been the Bills. It was the Bills. You lost the game. We lost to the Jets. And he had an interception, 3 or 4 interceptions against the 49ers. Caught COVID. And it was some more games against the Seahawks. We couldn't even score on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he played great.
He had a good game against
he had a good game, but we couldn't score on the 1 yard line.
That's his fault.
So it's games that we had won. It's games that we had won, but we didn't win. I will say this: at the beginning of the season, I wanted Cam. I thought we was going to have Cam, and I felt like we could have won with Cam, but they went another direction, and now you see Cam back in Carolina, and y'all think it's going to be all sweet and dandy, but he has issues. He has issues. And the one issue is getting the ball to receivers. And you can pull up the film when he throwing behind receivers and things like that. But we can get to Cam Newton right now. He back with the Panthers.
We still got Jacoby, Nikhil, all them boys still there. And the Mac make Nikhil Harry look good. He making them up.
Jacoby finally scored his first touchdown after like 3 years, bro. Get out
all those receivers would be number 3 receivers on any other team.
Exactly.
They boo-boo.
And
they boo-boo, but they looking good right now.
Guys. Y'all named 2 dudes out of 5-6 receivers. Majority of the offensive line. And they mediocre. Yeah, they having a better year. They having a better. Let's not act like
that's my point. It's the same. And then we still on defense. You still
with
got
a different quarterback. A better year with a different quarterback.
A different team. A different team.
It is a different team.
It's a different team.
Y'all defense is better because last year our defense sucked. We just
had a lot of.
It didn't suck.
We gotta do that too, though.
We didn't suck. No. I don't want to say that the defense didn't suck. The defense wasn't as good, but they was straight. But Cam Newton, our offense, let me just say, not Cam, our offense could not stay on the field, and they kept turning the ball over in multiple games. And when your defense
plays 3 and out,
multiple 3 and outs, multiple extra possessions, they gonna get scored on eventually. That's just how it works in the NFL. Y'all act like I'm just making this stuff up. I'm just doing it like I watched it.
Hey, look, we talking about my boy this year, so we're gonna start from the top. We ain't recorded since the first game when he won it and had the I'm back moment, and he won that game.
Thank you, PJ Walker.
So if y'all gonna talk junk about the last 2 weeks, talk junk about the number 1 seed without their quarterback. But let's talk about the number 1 seed, top 10 defense that he did beat.
You talk about when PJ Walker was driving them down to the goal line, and then Cam Newton was coming in looking like
all it was.
Yeah, and Cam Newton was scoring at the what? You said y'all couldn't score in the what?
I did look
at the goal line, right?
No, that was during the Seahawks game. I've always said Cam Newton is a great red zone running back because he takes all your running back carries.
He threw a touchdown too.
I mean, shoot, Kendrick Bourne got a touchdown.
He had 2 games after that. How did he look in that?
Okay, so I'm a Washington fan. Cam looked great against us. The reason the reason we beat them is because for whatever reason they let Jackson on Terry McLaurin and he ate on him all game. It wasn't because of Cam. Cam balled 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. Cam did what he was supposed to do to win. His defense failed him. It wasn't Cam had a bad game. His first bad game was against Miami. So,
but they don't watch the games though.
That was a terrible game. I watched that game.
Watch the games.
The Redskins game,
it wasn't good. It didn't look good.
The Redskins game.
Cam played very good against Washington. Very good.
No, I'm not saying Washington. I said Miami. It didn't look good.
Miami, he looked bad.
Miami, but even then, even
Miami,
Miami was a bad one because, like, again, coaching. You've got two offensive gurus in Matt Rule and you got Joe Brady. If you see after the first quarter what's transpiring with Cam, you have McCaffrey, who we still say is like a top 5 running back. Run the ball with him. You got him and Hubbard. Hubbard's a good backup. Run the ball. Instead, they're still trying to show off this. Oh, we're passing first. We're gonna attack them now. No, switch up the game plan. You're a coach. You're not supposed to just go in with one game plan. You're supposed to have a backup plan with it. This is why I don't like Matt Rule. See, that's why I respected Rivera. Rivera was switching it up. He was changing his schemes throughout the game. With the defense and everything. Rule just comes in with one game plan and that's it. He doesn't know how to switch it up, change it, format, adjust, none of that. And that's why I think he's more of a coordinator. He should have just been a coordinator, not a head coach. So everybody learning. And like I said,
he should still be in college to where he can go to a big time bowl game one time before you get a job in NFL. And I did say that on this podcast that my man ain't proven nothing. If he turned a team that won 2 games into a team that won 7, that don't get you no 7-year contract in the NFL. And K-Dub, I say this to Derrick the other week.
They got him one.
That's Matt Rule problem. When we look bad in the first half, we look the same bad in the second half. They don't adjust, change anything. It's the same game plan the whole game. It makes no sense.
I'll go back to this. Even like all the great coaches of the Panthers. John Fox. This is what I call Sam Darnold. I used to call Sam Darnold Jake Delhomme 2.0. Jake Delhomme, once he started bad, he ended bad. I'm serious, but he was like, you know it. He was like,
we had a bad game.
He was like quicksand. Once he started bad, he just kept going downhill. But at least John Fox knew, okay, if this man's playing garbage, I got to take the ball out of his hand. I'm gonna run it with D'Angelo. I'm gonna run it with Jonathan. I'm gonna just give it to my backs and let him take us down the field so he can stop giving mistakes, and then give him one pass to Steve Smith so we can get out this game with a win. Rule's not doing that. I think and to be honest with you, like I never was a fan of his getting hired because he didn't show nothing. I wanted the Kansas City offensive coordinator. Yes, I wanted him.
He'll ever get a job.
Exactly. Don't know why, but I think
because he got some previous history and.
Nah, it's the skin color. Just say that. It's what it is.
I mean, it is that. It is that.
That's the only reason.
You're right. That is the reason.
If Nick Sirianni got a job over Eric Bieniemy, come on.
That's a good point.
And another thing to it, I think it was also the Joe Brady. He was able to bring Joe Brady with him. So this is a copycat league. We need to find the next offensive guru, the next Sean McVay.
He more proven in rule to me.
Matt LaFleur, the 49ers.
Brady more proven in rule to me.
Kyle Shanahan.
So it's just that we're like, oh, Joe Brady, we're gonna bring him. He's gonna turn this offense around. They got cocky because they try to pull a Ryan Tannehill 2.0 with Darnold. To this day, don't make no sense. I thought like we should.
I like that move though. I thought that move was.
I did too.
I hate it. What?
Because I thought it was the Jets,
bro.
Not with this quarterback class that was incoming. Like, nah.
Yeah,
bro.
You see all these quarterbacks coming in this class.
Terrible.
No, I'm talking about this.
It is not that good.
Hold on, y'all talking about free agents or college?
The college.
Nah, it's not really that good. It's not as good as what you think.
Yeah, it ain't no. I gotta have this guy.
Harper, you telling me you wouldn't have wanted Justin Fields or Trey Lance back there?
Oh no! I thought you were talking about this coming year.
No, that's what I'm saying. This past,
okay,
yeah, because I'm thinking
but I mean, do they look good? We talking about Mac Jones like he Tom Brady today.
They all rookies.
Young Tom Brady. Young.
It took him. Look. Let's calm down. Let's give rookies time to brew. Josh Allen, it took him a minute to brew. Lamar took him a minute to brew. Let him brew a little bit. Baker, we know Baker trash. All right, we know
Baker's
that.
trash, bro.
I think Justin Fields.
You gotta give rookies 2 to 3 years. What I'm saying is, as a college coach, you should have connections knowing like, okay, this is the best class we're gonna see for the next 2 to 3 years. Why don't we just go ahead? We got Bridgewater. He's gonna be a game manager. He's a carryover quarterback. We draft Fields or Lance. They sit on the bench, and then after that, we switch over the offense to them. Simple as that. But they didn't do that. They wanted to show that we can take any quarterback.
It's my team,
and we can change their whole pedigree and how they learned, and then we can make them into another All Pro. And now it was pie in their face. They shit out of luck. The Panthers organization,
and they paid them.
Yes, paid them. You paid to get rid of Cam, and then you paid to get rid of Cam's replacement, and now you're paying to bring back Cam again. It's just and then guess what?
He made them pay too.
Right. We ain't talked about the best part.
What?
Christian McCaffrey has played 10 games since Cam Newton was cut by the Panthers the first time. 10 games. 10 games.
That's our boy.
And I was big.
That ain't my boy. You know that ain't my boy.
Me, the only way I see this is changing for the Panthers. Either Cam somehow pulls a miracle and goes crazy the last 5 games and plays well enough to come back next season, or somehow Deshaun Watson beats his case. he beats his case. We trade McCaffrey, and that's it.
I was just about to say
McCaffrey's not on the block per source.
I would see anybody on the. I was just about to say that.
But Deshaun,
they should have traded Deshaun. They should have sent McCaffrey on over and got Deshaun. And I would have went and got him and just waited.
Your boy got like a non-trade, or don't he got something in his contract where he can say no?
He got a no-trade clause.
Yeah. They say the only place he wants to go is Miami.
So,
I mean,
yeah, it is true. But I think he might will waive it for Carolina. It's right there by South Carolina. You know, Clemson. So he got ties. But I mean, it's better than the Texans. You see who the Texans got. They ain't really got nobody. And he won't out.
But they drafted him. You know how it go. I'll say this too. They said Cam didn't know over 30 plays. You know what I'm saying? Like they said it was like flipping plays and trying to do them on the opposite side. It was just too basic. And then they didn't really let him throw it downfield, which I don't understand. Like I feel like the next
what's up more so him games, or
did I let y'all talk?
Now you want people to talk. Now he want people to talk.
Thank you. So I feel like they should have let my man throw that. I mean, Cam has a cannon. I want to see if the shoulder surgery is okay now. Like if he can still throw the ball. He did complete a 65-yard pass to start the game last week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can laugh all day. I want to see Mac Jones throw it that far. But okay.
No,
he only knew a couple of plays. Like my man said, he ain't been playing 3 weeks. It's only he in a whole new offense. This is not the same Panthers he left 2 years ago. This is a completely different coaching staff, team. The whole night is completely different,
and a lot of more ego. And I will say this: I agree with Harper. To me, it makes no sense. Robbie Anderson, even though he's got a lot of drop passes, the reason why we brought him was to take the roof off. You know, take the defense off, and because Cam's used to throwing it like fast receivers, Ted Ginn Jr., the Philly Brown. We haven't thrown it deep yet, which makes no sense to me. We know DJ Moore is all purpose. I mean, we lose McCaffrey, who's a switchblade. But I think Hubbard, the only thing bad about Hubbard, he can't catch out of the backfield. But I think they'll start throwing it a trouble more to tight end. But like I said, I think you're gonna see the last 5 games somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting.
Ain't gonna be Rule.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be Rule.
They gonna give him some time. They gonna give him.
I don't think nobody gonna get fired. But you can have your starting quarterback go down. You have McCaffrey go down. Some of your defense.
Your starting quarterback went down after we figured out he was.
They prayed for him to go down. They prayed that man.
Hey, Rule might go to Notre Dame
on IR, and he's probably out for the season.
No. They say he's already throwing this week.
Who?
They said Darnold is throwing this week. I've seen that this morning.
He ain't coming back, man.
Okay.
Let's not do
that.
Gonna
take Cam's spot.
No. So how many games do we need to give Cam Newton before I can say he trash? I just want to know.
As many as you gave Mac Jones his rookie year before saying he's Tom Brady.
Can I give you
I gave Mac
9 games and he's Tom Brady.
That's crazy. Against
the Jets.
So what was Tom Brady doing? His
you had a whole season, me, so you should know.
Mees, can I say something real quick? One thing about Darnold,
you had a whole season, so you should know.
One thing about Darnold, when he first started the season, first 3 games, 1 interception. Last 6 games, 10 interceptions. That's how bad he was. It wasn't so we thank God he got hurt. He was, like I said, Jake Delhomme 2.0. Because thing about Darnold, he's got head situations. He's got some issues.
He has
He's mental.
My boy like the party, man. He
mental. Because he's like,
what's in that quarterback for Washington and Darnold, he might be all right.
You know, because Harper,
that's all he missing.
Harper, you remember back in the day, Steve Smith used to cuss out Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme would actually wake up. All right, let me go ahead and
take it. Yeah,
I'm gonna feed him the ball, and we're gonna try to get this win. But Robbie Anderson was cussing this man, and this man was just like this. He had his tongue out like, He's just like he don't know what to do. He just like, I'm hoping my wife make a pot roast tonight. That's all he's thinking about.
It's not for him.
And he didn't even show like he was a leader. That's the one thing I didn't like. He never showed he wanted to captivate. He was trying to lead. He didn't want to. He's not meant. He's meant to be a backup. You know, he'll go somewhere. Somebody will invest time in him. To maybe Andy Reid or something that think they can maybe change him around. But he's not. He's not meant to be a starter. I mean, I know that like when he first came out in the draft, they were saying he was out of all the QBs that came out with him and Baker and all that, he was the one who had the most potential to be the best. But
the XFL starting up next year. He can go with Emma Walker, our other quarterback.
He'll get a job. He'll get a job. Definitely. He'll be a big name.
Teams that are outside looking in right now in the playoff picture, we got 5 more weeks left, or maybe 6 more weeks. Anybody that you think will make the playoffs outside looking in right now? I mean, you got, Vegas, you got Denver, Colts, Pittsburgh, Browns in the AFC, and then you got Minnesota, Atlanta, New Orleans, Philly, Panthers.
The Niners.
Anybody that y'all think outside looking in that's going to get into the playoffs?
The Niners not on that list?
Yeah, the Niners did a 5th seed right now.
Niners already in. They're already in this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it's 7 teams, correct? 7 teams can make it, right?
17.
Yeah.
I'll say my couple picks for teams. The Eagles. I thought about it, but then just that loss they took just reminded me that it's just they were getting some easy wins. So I'd say a good pick is the Vikings. The Vikings are scary. Their offense. I mean, I know everybody trashes Kirk, but it looks like he's getting.
Kirk gonna fold again. Bro.
He's gonna fold. No. I'll tell you, man. Look, the
correct answer is the Colts.
They
have the defense. You got Jonathan Taylor, which makes Wentz not have to do as much. And with the Titans,
he don't need to do much.
They're gonna come back. They're making the play.
Colts like the Colts. I like the Raiders. I like Carr. He looks like he's trying to play that contract. He wants that money. I like. Look, he went to Dallas, beat him on Thanksgiving Day.
Which I'm thankful for.
Hey, so
I
said,
I'm not a
Colts. Do we really think Dallas like that?
They cool.
That's a good transition.
I mean, they just got stuff. They got a lot going on, man. Like they always do.
When they're healthy, they have a prolific offense.
Right.
Their defense is solid.
But this is football.
Is a ball hog.
I mean, what team is healthy right now?
Yeah.
No, like to lose CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, they're 2 main targets. That's huge.
Y'all talked about the Tennessee Titans losing players. I mean, they will win it still, right?
Your running back, top 3 paid in the league. And you got another one behind him that I think almost just as good.
He's better. He's been
your
playing
quarterback top 5 paid in the league.
Yeah, Pollard fit that offense better and what they're trying to do.
And he's younger and
he's younger. He got a little more speed, got a little more legs. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
amongst other things.
I'll say Colts, but I don't trust. I'm not going to say Colts. I don't trust Wentz.
You don't have to trust Wentz. If Taylor
saw him.
Balling, you don't need to do nothing.
You do have to trust him because he's behind.
Taylor running crazy.
He did it last week. He showed you. He did it one time.
If they take away the run, can your quarterback win a game?
Yeah.
No. Did you see what happened last game? He fumbled the ball. Tampa Bay scored. Then he threw an interception. Tampa Bay scored.
That's fine.
This is what he do all the time. And he ain't won no playoff game. Matter of fact, he not. I was about to say, have you played one? But he played in the Seahawks game.
He played in the playoff game. Don't do Big C like that, man.
He just hasn't won a playoff game.
And y'all keep
my boy. I like Wentz.
Y'all just stop. Look. Wentz is a better game manager than Mac Jones. At the end of the day, it's Jonathan.
No, he's not.
He's more talented than Mac Jones.
No, he's not.
He's more talented. Look. Let's not.
I can't
look. Why are we comparing people to a rookie?
Look. Let me just talk. You was boosting his head up. Can I say
this?
He's a rookie.
What's the led the lead in fumbles, interceptions? Okay. This is multiple years. I saw him here throw away a lot of games in Philadelphia. Throw away a lot of games. Now he's back with his coach that he had his
best season,
somewhat MVP season.
Yes.
He was going to win the MVP that year.
Somewhat MVP season. He didn't win
it. He was the best.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
He tore his ACL.
Is it on his resume?
LA.
Is it on his resume?
No.
I'm saying
Derrick don't exclude it. He don't care if you injured or not. You gotta play to your full potential. When you got a broken leg, you dead. It don't matter.
That man was 11-2, 33 touchdowns.
MVP season. Yes, he was having an MVP season, but he did not win it. And I'm saying, in that season, he was killing. Yes, but I saw multiple games where he threw the game away, and he was terrible, terrible, terrible. We had this discussion many a times in our group chat about who led the offense better between Hurts and Wentz. And that year, Wentz was trash. Wentz had 12 games and won 3.
Well, I'll say this.
And you see how they started at the coast this year. You see how they started the coast this year. That was like 0-4 or something like that at the beginning of the season. And then
2 sprained ankles.
And then
he had both 2 sprained ankles.
He had surgery and came back.
No, that was another injury that he had. That was another injury.
He had surgery and came back.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick? Can I just say something real quick?
What you looking up, man? Go ahead. We moving on to
in the Eagles with the Eagles. Did he have a running back just as good up to the level of Jonathan Taylor?
No,
he didn't have an offensive line.
Miles Sanders was good.
Who?
Miles Sanders was good.
But the Colts offensive line is like a top. Go ahead, Drew.
And they had your boy from Miami. Who was your boy from Miami that running back?
Jay Ajayi is not better than Jonathan Taylor.
Jay Ajayi. He was decent. You had LeGarrette Blunt.
Is he better than Jonathan Taylor? No.
I'm not saying he's better than Jonathan Taylor.
At the end of the day, they're riding. They're gonna ride Taylor. And like I said, Wentz is doing good. He's got a running back. He doesn't have to carry the team where he needs to take it them down the field. Right. They're gonna run with Taylor.
They got an offensive line.
And like I said, Wentz. I did look it up. He's got 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
But less passing yards than Mac Jones.
I would hope so.
Hey, this man.
But we both y'all brought him up. But we both run the ball though.
Hey, look,
we done found a new LeBron James for me.
I mean, if you were me on my team, I'm gonna show you love, man. This is how I do.
Any Super Bowl favorites right now? Give me your teams. Give me 2 teams from NFC. Give me 2 teams from AFC.
Patriots and I can't even think of nobody.
Don't even matter, do it.
All I see is the Patriots in the AFC. That's in the AFC, the other team. But in the NFC, the Packers and the Rams.
I still got the Packers, the Rams. I don't know, man. They got too many guys on their team. It feels like, man. Then the number 2 wide receiver or number 3 now, I guess. Didn't he go down? For the year,
Robert Woods went down. Yeah, number 2.
Oh yeah, Bobby Trees.
I like Green Bay as much as I don't really like Aaron Rodgers and all his shenanigans. He's good.
They gonna fold, but it's cool.
That's another one that choked too.
They gonna fold, bro. Like in the NFC, Arizona when Kyler gets healthy.
That's what I was
I'll stay with the Rams.
Kyler ain't about to hit the ground rolling. How long he been out?
Man, they'll be fine. They gonna hit the ground rolling. Trust me.
They'll be fine.
Hop definitely going. All you gotta do is throw it to D-Hop, and D-Hop gonna hit the ground rolling.
Both of them are hurt right now, right?
He practiced today. They playing. They playing this week. They
practicing. They just haven't gave him the go yet.
Right.
I think because they had a bye week.
Hop practiced today, but Hop don't practice anyway.
In the AFC, I got Baltimore and Kansas City because even though hear me out. The Bills are a great team. The Patriots are a great team. However, when you got Lamar and you got Mahomes, they're the equalizer. When you got them, you always got a chance, bro.
Lamar just won his first playoff game last year, and before that, he was not good in the playoffs. He's trending down out of the MVP race right now.
Yeah, he had one bad game, bro. He had his worst game, and they won.
He had a multiple bad games this year. You can look
what
at the
bad game
stats,
is worse than 4 picks
you can
on
look
the
at the
national
stats.
stage?
I'll say the Ravens.
I'll
say the Ravens with my Patriots, even though I ain't worried about them. I know Bill done locked Lamar down he beat Lamar last year with Cam Newton and a bunch of scrubs and we held the without Cam. I'm not worried about the Chiefs neither, because all you got to do is put 2 safeties over top and just let him throw underneath routes all day long.
For 3 years, man.
The blueprint is
out. They haven't. They just started that blueprint this year.
All right.
After the Super Bowl, they just.
I want to ask y'all a question.
I just want to say one thing. Let me say one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
Derek, the only thing I was just looking up real quick. Lamar Jackson is only 24 years old, but you're trying to kill him because he only get one playoff game. He's 24 years old.
Yeah, I can't. He look
bad in the playoff games.
He's 24.
I can only critique what we see. We can only critique what he sees.
We
talk about NBA players that's 24. We talk about NFL players that's 24. We can talk about them because they're 24. They've been in the league how long? They coming in the league at a young age. Are we not supposed to say nothing about them?
Quarterbacks don't really come in the league at a young age.
But don't make it seem like he's been in the league 10 years and he hasn't done nothing. Like don't make it seem like he's a Carson Palmer. Come on now.
Well, he just won his first playoff game. Is that a lie?
In his third full season? Who?
He was an MVP.
Lamar he won that's a regular season award, man.
Well, don't say shit about Cam Newton, because that's all he got. That's all he got.
Cam went to the Super Bowl. Watch out now. Don't say all he got. He went to the Super Bowl now.
Don't do that. I've been waiting for you to get. I've been waiting.
Yo, Cam probably won 10 playoff games. How many Lamar won?
He's won 1. He's 1-3 right now. It's okay, bro.
Give him time, like they said.
He's been at 3 years though.
Okay, so he played the Chargers. They already saw him the week earlier, or a few weeks earlier. They lost. Cool. The Titans game, they just got outplayed straight up. Then they play the Titans, and then when he plays Buffalo, he's gonna come back and he gets injured. So what are we talking about?
Who they play this week?
Who?
The Ravens.
They play the Steelers, and they gonna wax.
No. This past week
they played Cleveland. He had his worst game.
And they still 3 interceptions in 1 quarter,
and he still won.
He looked bad.
He admitted his worst game, bro.
Does LeBron drop 35 points every game?
Hey, he gonna be all right.
Shoot,
no,
really hate on the
but it's called an average.
Hey, Doug, don't say that name, please. You might get sick.
Shit, wow,
that's sparking noise.
But what was your question?
They played the Bears. They played the Bears the week before.
As football fans, I feel like in my lifetime, and I know some of y'all older than me, I've never seen a league where I've never seen a season where it's been more wide open than not, where everyone legit has a shot. There's no like real dominant team that we're afraid of. Everyone has a legit chance. If they get hot, it's anyone's game. It's a real any given Sunday. I wanted to see if y'all agree or if y'all disagree.
I agree. The AFC is definitely wide open. Like
the NFC wide open.
The NFC is wide open. It is.
The league is wide open, bro. It's really free smoke for everybody.
Yeah, but some teams will be favored over others because of past history, just like Tom Brady going up against
Youngest is losing to horrible teams, bro. Like the Bills were almighty and they go to Jacksonville and they lose 9-6. Like that doesn't happen usually, bro.
Well, people put them as almighty.
By the Bills.
People put them as almighty, and the headlines put them as almighty.
As the Patriots, they can't be but so good.
Right.
Come on now.
I agree.
When the last time the Panthers won the division?
The last year Cam was healthy.
That's real.
Exactly. Years ago.
When the last time the Dolphins won y'all division?
When Tom Brady got hurt?
2008.
Yeah, when Tom Brady got hurt.
Yeah, 2008. Yep, sure was.
Kato, what was your teams?
My teams, I'll say AFC, I'm going with the Bills and the Bills, and I want to say the Bills and Ravens. And then on the NFC side, I'm going to go. NFC side, I'm going with the Cardinals and Green Bay. And like I said, I do have dark horses: Tampa Bay and Raiders.
You think the Raiders going to the Super Bowl?
I like their team. I like their team.
It don't even sound real.
I
like their team. Look, I like Derrick Carr. Even though I feel like he just gets overlooked.
Let's make a bet right now that the Raiders won't. The Raiders won't make the playoffs.
Was coming with the bet.
The Raiders won't make the playoffs.
Yes,
they might not win this Sunday.
How much you want to bet?
Let's bet. We bet 40 on it.
Okay, bet.
Deal right here. Raiders won't make the playoffs.
Okay, I'm with it. I don't even gotta look at the schedule.
Hold on, we need to make a podcast bet, not just a little funky $40. Somebody got to put a jersey on the next show or something. Come on, spice it up here.
You paying for my jersey?
Am I paying for the jersey? I gotta pay. Look, we're still spending money.
You know what time it is, man.
NBA go ahead. Come on,
NBA talk. We don't have to get to the Lakers just yet, you know. I just want to.
But
we're what 15 games into the season.
20 games.
20 games into the season. You got some of your key players out with COVID. Embiid was out with COVID. Said it, he hit him real hard. Thought it was going to take him out. Now LeBron out with COVID. Now you got Lillard, who's out with an injury. Klay Thompson's on his way back, looking really good. What have y'all saw in the NBA right now what team do you think have been? I mean, the Suns been dominant. It means you didn't give no flowers. Did you have flowers today, sir?
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say the Suns. The Phoenix Suns. They playing pretty good, and they CP3 he's basically leading that team. Even when Devin Booker went out, he still led them to the win and was just getting everybody involved. And I mean, they're doing something that a lot of teams haven't done in the NBA in ever. And so they're 17 straight, and I mean that's big. So you got to give them their flowers, and give them their flowers. They're showing that they're not. They're showing that they're not a fluke from last year. That's the main thing too. My bad.
It's a 6-foot guard that's played for the Golden State Warriors, who's just showing out this season.
Like it's 2016.
I'm giving this man flowers today because what he's doing right now, having them, I guess I got the second best record now in the NBA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What he's doing with that team is pretty much somewhat the same roster as last year, somewhat like that. But he's on another level right now. I ain't gonna call him the best point guard of all time. Some people do.
He is.
Some people do. I'm not gonna say that right now.
We're talking about.
We're talking about Steph Curry. I want to give Steph Curry his flowers. I wouldn't say he's the greatest point guard yet.
Magic Johnson.
I think we have enough.
Right.
I think in January, when season 2 happens on the Talkin Noise podcast, because it will be happening, we will be talking about Steph, because some people right now are trying to put him as the greatest point guard ever.
Transcendent.
I don't know about that. And I want to do
game.
And I have to get on this LeBron Kobe debate as well. But that we'll get to that another time. But
need to be talked about.
Jarrell, you Wizards fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Your Wizards, are they still the number 1 seed in the East?
No, the Nets, they got it. We're I think the 4th seed.
I should have known. I knew that wasn't gonna last long. But anyway,
no, I mean realistically, I knew we weren't gonna be number 1. But no, we playing good basketball.
Y'all playing some good basketball. What you feel about your team right now? I mean, you got the Laker greats over there.
The Laker greats. No, I mean, one huge shout out to Coach Wes Unseld Jr. He's definitely making his dad proud. RP to our franchise's greatest player. We play defense for the first time in like 5-6 years. We play defense. We pass the ball. We move the ball frequently. It's smooth. I will say we really can't hit threes as much as we need to, so we gotta get better with that. Brad has kind of been in a slump, but we look good. We look really good. And the games that we would have lost years past, we're finding ways to win. So I'm pleased. I definitely see us making the playoffs, and we'll just go from there.
So you impressed with this new coach that y'all got over there? I mean,
Absolutely.
What you think from last year to this year? What you think the biggest changes?
We play defense. Everyone loves Russ, but like with Russ, there's not a lot of fluid ball movement. So people are getting open shots. We're closing games late. We have 5 players that can score 20 points any given night. And yeah, we just hustle, man.
What's those 5?
I would say Bill, Trez, Dinwiddie, Kuz.
Kuz 20 a night?
He can get. I'm not saying he's averaging 20, but he can score 20 any given night.
Ain't that right, Mees?
I like that big gafford. I think
Gafford
he's really good.
Balling, man. Gafford is tough, bro. Gafford's nice.
Cool. So I gotta say it, especially since we touching on these Wizards. I mean, the biggest addition, y'all got 2 NBA champions and a 6th man of the year that the Lakers gave away
for Russ.
A guy who gets a lot of rebounds and assists.
He's a stat patter, bro. He's a moron, but I don't want to go on my anti-Russ talk. So
so you had enough of him last year.
He's not. Yeah,
he's hard to watch. He's hard to watch. Just say that he's hard to watch. He's a good player.
No, he's a moron. His basketball
he turns
IQ
the ball
is
over.
horrible.
Yes, thank you.
We are here.
He's so hard to watch because he makes some of the dumbest plays, and you're
the
like,
dumbest plays, bro. But wait. What gets me? People love his will and determination. Like, I just love Russ. He has a hive, and it's sickening, bro.
I mean, he's been playing good the last 6 games.
I just think you guys got stale on him. You guys got stale on him because if he was a young player, y'all would love. If he was a young player that just came out, you would love him.
When he was in OKC. He's a moron.
No, Russ don't know his role. He don't know. He wants to be that guy. He has to make the play. He has to, and it's like, bro, even if it's not the smart play, the smart decision, he has to make it. And that's why the Wizards look like a completely different team. Like I watched,
it's beautiful, bro.
Like I used to bet they were a guaranteed over team last year because they would score a bunch of points, but they would give up so many points. And this year, it's like they're an under team, which means they playing very good defense. And then they're not scoring as much, but they're playing defense, so they're winning games. And then KCP Trez was probably the biggest addition to me, like him and Gafford and Trez coming off the bench.
Trez looking like a 6th man of the year candidate.
Man, and Vogel used him wrong.
He come off the bench.
Yeah, he come off the bench.
Yeah, he comes off the bench. Yeah.
I won't blame that on Vogel.
And then what's crazy? No, it's not. I'm blaming the rotations on Vogel. That Vogel was horrible with rotations. How you can't?
We talked about this, Mees. Because last year and this year, y'all got the same problem. Y'all bring so many of these guys that are names that are, hey, I've always gotten this time. Hey, I've always had this position. Hey, you're not about to play this guy over me. Hey, this is why I agreed to come here. Hey, I'm playing for a contract. It's too many guys on the Lakers like that. Year in and year out.
That's a lot of teams though. And the coach, some coaches, you play who you got to play. You see what Tom Thibodeau did in New York.
So how's that
Alec Burke over Kimba? Vogel just don't do that, huh? You said what?
Yeah, but it took 20 games, for them to get to that point. And Burke played good, but they did lose last night.
I know, but they played better defense.
I mean, they've been playing good. Let's not act like they didn't look terrible with Kimba out there. Like, I mean, they are still one of the better teams in the East. They're top half for the playoffs in the East with Kimba starting. I mean,
number 7 right now.
Number 7, right? I mean, they're all jumbled up, but to me, the biggest thing again with the Lakers, and I want to talk about the Lakers because they're the biggest surprise to me, is still that Anthony Davis don't have that alpha. Like, he don't have that. This what we talking about Westbrook, where everybody loves about him, that I'm gonna win because of me, and I'm gonna show you I'm gonna win because of me. Well, after that game against Giannis, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I was done with him because Giannis was out there trying to embarrass him out there, and he did.
As he should.
And AD AD is supposed to be. I'm not saying better than Giannis, but he's supposed to be in that pantheon. He's supposed to be on that tier, and he's just not. I feel like LeBron, maybe not with the COVID, but all these other times, this is LeBron's way of saying, "Hey, AD, here's the keys, man.
Right.
I'm not supposed to still be the number one guy at 37. Like that was not LeBron. LeBron had a great plan. Maybe this first year I can show you, which he did. They won a championship.
Correct.
You should be playing free. Your mind should be free now. You got the championship. Now get the accolades, and he just don't have that gear.
He's not playing like on. He's not playing on level with Nicole and Embiid.
That's true. That's one of the main reasons why. And I'm not concerned about the Lakers in the sense like long term. I think they're going to get it together. But that's one of the main reasons why the Lakers aren't playing as good. AD is shooting worse. It's 16.7% on threes. That's worse in NBA history with 2 attempts.
And the fact that
he's shooting
like,
worse.
Keep shooting them too.
Yeah. 38 points. He's shooting worse in mid range, jump shots, and threes. It's worse in NBA history in all 3 per like 2 attempts per each attempt. Like number of attempts for each one.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I think he'll turn that around. I'm not. And then the Lakers, they just. They don't play defense, and I know that people saying one part of the reason is because they're old, they can't stay in front of people. That is true, but I disagree because I also disagree because I think they can. It's a certain level of defense that you should be able to play in the NBA, and it comes with having defense is effort. That's really majority of what it is effort and communication and effort, and they lack that. They lack that effort. They lack that sense of let's do it, and it's because like y'all been saying. They got a lot of these guys that think they already done made it. They got top 75 players. I should have been top 75 players. And so it's like they turn it on sometimes and they don't turn it on. And I think they'll get that together by the end of the year. I'm not too concerned yet, but they're not good though right now.
When does you blame Vogel?
Huh?
How much do you blame Vogel?
I mean, I don't even really blame Vogel for like this. I like Vogel. He's a defensive coach. So I know, and I've seen what he's done with these teams on defensively. So it's not players, really right. More on him. It's more on the fact that for one, they, like I said, they're not giving no effort out there. And maybe that is partly him. I don't think they take him seriously. I think I like Vogel, and I'm not saying fire him, but he don't look like he running things, out there. Like he don't really have no say. Exactly, yeah, that is true. And he just don't. I mean, I just always see Rondo always I want to be like Rondo. If you don't go sit your butt down, like after the 5th, 6th time you done came and told me, it's like it's too many mouths and in the front office probably running stuff. He don't even probably have say on the roster. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron and AD got more say than him on the roster. So I mean, he's just kind of like a yes man, and you can't really blame the yes man because he only doing what he can do. Yeah, and so. I don't really blame Vogel. Especially with LeBron teams, it ain't really the coach unless you don't call that timeout when you're supposed to in Game 1 of the Finals in 2018. But I ain't gonna go there. But we get Braun back, we'll be all right.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
All right, so let's get
here we go again.
All right, so we just been talking about the Lakers struggle. Let's put some light on some teams that were surprising to us.
Thank you.
The Chicago Bulls. They are a team I love to watch. And the thing about it, I loved about it because I think I was one of the few people that thought that they was actually going to be good because they actually what they did was something that we've seen something that they should have did with Russell Westbrook. They did it with D Wade. They took Zach LaVine off the ball and put him at the 2 position. I think helps their team better, makes it more fluid. I don't know why teams weren't trying to get Lonzo Ball even more. Like we knew that Lonzo is not he's not supposed to be like the star like his younger brother LaMelo, but right. He's good, a good 2, maybe 3 person on a 3-man led team. DeMar DeRozan is showing everybody. I gave respect to DeMar DeRozan. One thing I give respect to, even though he was on the Spurs, was that even people talk mad crap about him because he doesn't shoot the three, but I'm like, this man is still putting up 25 to 30 points off jumpers and in the
Michael
paint.
Jordan Jr.
The mid range, bro.
Yeah,
mid-range god.
Mid range is like you know what he's
Best
gonna do.
players have the mid range.
If you know he's not gonna shoot the three and you still can't stop him, that just shows you how great he is. And he's and like I said, now will they go far? I don't. We'll see. Like I said, still a young team,
Bulls
but
a good team.
Yeah, the real good team. Like I said,
I got a point to follow up with you on that, Kato.
Yeah, I think go ahead. They're number 2. They're just like number 2 in the seed right now. But go ahead.
So one thing that surprises me about the Bulls is not that they're a good team. I knew they would be good, not necessarily this good, but the fact that they really only use 6 players. Like they don't have a bench at all. It's
not a good thing.
That's gonna hurt them in the long run.
Yeah. I can't name any other players on their bench, but
one of their guys got hurt.
Hold on,
Patrick.
Kobe.
No, I said outside of Kobe.
Oh, the Kawhi Leonard Jr.
Patrick Williams got hurt, and that was unfortunate. I thought he would have been a real good piece.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Outside of that, it's just the starters. But they play defense, or Lonzo plays defense. DeRozan can't play defense. Zach LaVine don't play no defense. Vucevic is a stud. Like they have
Alex Caruso.
They have a good team, man. They have a really good team.
They have like I said, the 2 main guys. I think is Kobe and Caruso, and of course, and the only person I do know is Jones Jr. He won the slam dunk contest.
Oh yeah, they do got him.
They got him. Yeah. So
did he win that dunk contest?
No, he didn't. But no, he didn't. He didn't really win.
In reality,
Gordon got cheated.
Okay.
Gordon got robbed.
You're right.
He got robbed again. But I think the Bulls is definitely a good team. I think, and on the West side, the Suns. And this goes to Derrick. Derrick, he hates on Chris Paul, but I'm like, this shows to Chris Paul's legacy of how great.
Do I not have a reason to?
Chris Paul's a winner.
Yeah, you just he doesn't have a championship, but like I said,
he folded when it mattered.
Yeah, or he did. He lose. Yeah,
he did.
But he's a winner.
But this is a crazy. But this is a crazy stat, though. This is the 3rd time he's helped the team go to
JJ Redick got a crazy stat. Who cares?
Okay. 3 teams going undefeated like that, like no loss November. They didn't lose in a month. Come on now, chill out.
Yeah, that's
without
Booker
too. They had this amazing streak, and when they play Golden State in the Western Conference Finals, hopefully they're gonna get waxed. But it's cool.
It happened. Dallas,
the Warriors win the championship. I mean, they're going to the finals this year from the West. That's my team.
You said the Warriors going to the finals
right now. I
absolutely.
So.
They're beating the Lakers, bro.
You want to bet on that?
Getting another ring.
Are the Lakers making the playoffs?
You want to bet on
the
that?
Lakers making the playoffs?
The Lakers are already in the playoffs. They like
we can bet that.
Have you seen the Western Conference standing? It's literally like the 4 to 10, 4 to 8 or 9 all got 11 wins, and then it's just all about the losses, really. Like
Derek,
one loss. And if the Clippers lose tonight, they the 4th seed. They'll be tied with LeBron with the Lakers.
Yeah,
he checked your bet.
50 that the Warriors won't win the championship.
No, I said they'll make the finals.
He said go.
He said make the finals.
All right, we put 50 on that.
50.
Hey, look, Jarrell, look, this is how Derrick make his bets.
Nah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. I want to drop 50 on that.
He picks
it's too early. It's too early to do that.
Yeah.
We can do 40. We can do 40.
Injuries, all type of stuff.
Injuries.
All-Star will spin the block. We'll spin the block on that.
Oh, I gotta.
You give me All-Star weekend. We'll spin the block.
Jarrell, you taking one team. He taking the field.
Nah, that's
how Derrick make his bets. He's taking the
confident.
whole field, and you taking one team.
Because my only thing is,
I ain't take my bet against you.
Because I feel like if you let someone get hurt, you gotta pay that money, and I'm not doing that. Spin the block, All-Star. We could talk.
It's gonna be a hundred.
I feel like the West is not as tough as like it is. Well, I think it's just more
injuries.
Not as tough.
It's not as tough, man.
It's not the Nuggets. I feel bad for the Nuggets because they got injuries. Is hurting such a great team. That's what's messing them. Porter's out. His back issues.
They still never gained that money.
Yeah,
Murray still out.
Well, John Morant and the Grizzlies were rolling. Then I think Ja went down.
Dame Lillard.
Ja got hurt. Luke, to me, the Mavericks, I still don't see like it hasn't clicked yet.
Yeah.
The Mavericks,
They not cracking. Yeah, they not impressing me. They not still no.
Jason Kidd is their coach, guys.
I mean, it's not even that kid's their coach. It's,
I'll take him right now.
They don't have a consistent two, like
you don't. Y'all don't.
Man.
And then
y'all Celtic fans don't like your head coach.
We're gonna talk about
wife. Yeah.
No, I do not.
Harper
like
don't like him.
Not at all.
Breaking news. Marcus Freeman, the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, has been announced as the head coach for them now. Breaking news. Harper, go ahead.
I want to talk about them coaches too. Let's not forget that. But so my biggest thing is this. All right. So Mies, you're a part-time fan of the Lakers, full-time fan of LeBron James. You go into each season. Okay, K-Dub, you are a San Antonio Spurs fan for 2 decades. You looking at it just how I would say Mies looks at it. I'm a fan of the Boston Celtics. If you didn't know, we got the most championships in the league. If you don't know, ask somebody.
Because of Bill Russell in the six. All right.
That's fine. I don't care who's good. We got the most. All right.
Did you even watch those games? Did you even watch?
Exactly.
Did you even see those championships? Did you even see those championships?
You got delivery.
So my issue is this: we play for championships. We may rebuild a little bit, but we play for chips. You don't go from Brad Stevens here. Nobody on this panel would tell me he wasn't a top 5 or at least a top 10 coach almost every year he was a coach in the league.
No, Big Brad was one of my favorite coaches.
You don't go from that to a guy that's never been a head coach to coach a team that's been to the conference finals 3 out of 4 years for him to learn how to coach a basketball game is what we're doing. That is so silly. You got 2 stars who you kind of, I know they just signed contracts, but you know how, I mean, it's player empowerment. I mean, they can ask out tomorrow and we got to trade them in 2 months.
We can take them, man, Tatum and Bill, they go back. We can take Tatum off your hands if you want. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm just saying.
Well, Bill will be on our team before he.
Yeah, it'll be the other way around. Because we're the Boston Bill Russell Celtics. So
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, okay.
But to me, you don't work backwards as far as the one thing I felt like was really working. You took away Kimber, you took away Hayward, you took away Irving, you took away Horford for the time being. You got all kids out here. For one, we said last year, you need veteran leadership. We got veterans. I don't know if we got any leadership. Then to me,
Horford, he's somewhat a voice.
But he's not a voice by example. Horford, one of the quietest players in the league.
Hey, but I can see him on the court when he's talking to some of these young guys and telling people, oh, you need to do this and things like that. Dennis has done some of that as well. So.
All right. Well, I'll say this, Derek. The same email Udoka said at the beginning of the season, we're going to have a captain of the team. Not only are we going to have a captain, we're going to have 2 captains. Okay. They did all the press conferences with the players. Jaylen Brown, I don't want it. You should give it to him. Marcus Smart, I don't want it. You should give it to him. Jason Tatum, I'm too cool. You should give it to him.
That means y'all don't have accountability. That's what that sounds like.
Harper even said he didn't want it.
I mean, they want out.
Guess what? Now we don't have a captain. Now Ime is just cool.
Watch your mouth, Mies.
That's you already showed me your spine is weak for your star players 2 weeks into the season. When they tell you they don't want to do something, clearly they don't have to. So what's the difference between the biggest concern we had with Brad was too soft. It wasn't his X's and O's. It was that Brad don't get on the players. They don't relate to him. He needs to show more fire. Ime ain't doing none of that either. And I swear he can't draw up a play. He cannot draw up. I ain't seen it out of timeout. I ain't seen that behind the basket.
You saw it, but it wasn't executed the right way.
Right. But we've had that happen a lot. And his coaching then cost us a game with the Marcus Smart, the foul situation, which
was that him or more Marcus Smart?
That's on
any
Marcus
veteran
Smart.
player.
It's more on Smart because Smart is playing. But I don't feel like
that's a veteran player that's knowing the game. That's knowing that you got 7 on the shot clock. Come on, you got to know these things going out of that timeout.
Yeah, that's on Mario. That's not on the coach.
Yeah, but it has to be reiterated. I feel like with the coaches.
We in the 5th grade. Come on, bro.
No, but listen, he's never even coached a 5th grade.
Can you read this to me? Can you read these instructions to me?
He's never even coached a 5th grade team. So it's like, I hear what you're saying, but like, does he need to go coach some 5th grade for a year or two before you coach the Boston Celtics?
Steve Kerr never coached a team until 2015, and they
won. Stop it.
He didn't. Did he not?
Do you? Hold on, Steve Kerr.
And they were both. They were both on the same
2 games. He didn't even coach half the season. He didn't even coach half the season. So how much was he? How much is he really doing? Like we talking about Frank Vogel. How much is Steve Kerr?
How much is Steve Kerr doing? Are the Warriors not a top 2 team in the
Warriors
West?
Look good. He's earning that coaching bro. Right in these.
So not because of the best point guard of all time that y'all all just said, right?
Wait.
Because of him.
But
wait. Damian Lee, Gary Payton Jr. Are they not performing well? Is that an illusion?
They're coaching these. The Warriors have always been known for defense. They're Kerr is coaching over there because they always play sound defense.
Wiggins playing well.
So they winning because
Kerr just started coaching. Let's look.
Yeah, yo, like
what about 2000?
I heard it was the system. It was the system.
What about 2015?
Who built that team? Who built that team? Was it Kerr?
Okay, wait.
Was it Kerr? Who built the team?
Mark Jackson laid the foundation, right?
All right.
But it was Coach Kerr's decision to put Draymond over David Lee while they're winning their games, right? Right?
That one decision.
Where's David Lee
now? Yo, y'all like, what is David Lee?
David Lee was an all-star, bro. Was he not an all-star?
He was an all-star for the Knicks.
Was he not an all-star?
He was. He was. Jarrell.
And he got it because he's white.
For that Warrior team with Mark Jackson and Draymond and Kerr said, no, Draymond's going to start. Lee's going to be on the bench. And people were like, why would you do that? Iguodala's going to be on the bench. He was a starter. Kerr did that. That's coaching.
So you telling me?
You
telling me right now? You telling me that this Warriors team wouldn't have been no good without Steve Kerr?
I didn't say
and the Warriors have always had a really.
Would they be a championship team? No,
right. Warriors always been a top defensive
team. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, they would have never been. They would have never been
losing to the Clippers, bro, in the playoffs. They lost to the They lost to the Spurs in 2013. They lost to the Clippers.
Let's not act like the Clippers. Yo, the Clippers had
and they go on their run. What are we talking about?
That was the Clippers' best team they probably ever had. Let's not act like the Clippers. They was one game from the
win nothing.
Wait. They went from 50 wins with Mark Jackson, solid, to 67 wins in 1 year. That's coaching, bro. What are we talking about?
Right. Game plan.
I don't get why people don't give Steve Kerr credit.
But let's.
And he was hurt. The reason they got KD is because Steph played so poorly because he was hurt the first 4 years of his career, and all of a sudden he's not hurt. Is that coaching too?
Divine intervention, bro. That's a
no. That ain't coaching. In that's divine intervention.
That's why the Celtics got 8 rings with Bill Russell. Like, come on, that's a personal problem.
We saw Kerr coaching last season. All right, we saw last season why Steph reminded us why he was great last 2 seasons. Yes, same thing because he didn't have the KD, he didn't have Clay. It was him. He put the team on his back. Now we've seen and they took the growing pains from last season. Now they got better. Now they got a better unit, a deeper bench, younger, faster, and they got veteran leadership. They got veteran leadership.
All them lottery picks on that team.
That's what I said.
Wait, Harper, you can't talk about lottery picks because y'all had like 40 of them. What did that get you?
It got us Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Did y'all get a ring? Did y'all make the final?
They got us 2 All-Stars.
Y'all window closed. The Celtics window has closed. It's officially closed.
No,
hey, me and Bron done did our thing. We done lived our life. We got closed, bro.
It's closed, but everybody said it's wide open. They just said the window's wide open for the West Indies.
For the Celtics?
The Celtics closed.
No, I said the West was wide. We said the West was wide open.
Trade Brown for Simmons. Trade Brown for Simmons, and then we'll see something.
I hope we hear all this Wizards hype around May. I want to see if there's some Wizards hype going on.
Let's put the light-skinned brothers together and put the dark-skinned brothers on one team.
As they window open?
And we're going to be better than you guys.
Oh,
the
Wizards right now.
So competitive.
That right now.
Y'all Celtics
Right.
don't even stand a chance no more.
That ain't never
Y'all
happened.
window
Never beat us
closed.
in a playoff series in history of the team.
Are we better than you guys right now? Because I say
no.
so. Are we gonna be better than y'all in the playoffs?
They are. They are better than the
We're not better than y'all right now.
I know who ain't better than us.
2 weeks ago.
I know who ain't
y'all
better
beat
than
the Lakers. Woohoo!
We scored 130 on the Lakers.
With no
games already.
Video game numbers.
Wait.
They don't play defense.
Harper, we played you guys twice like 3 weeks ago, and we beat y'all both times, right?
Yeah, it was like one game. Jaylen Brown, I don't think played in either game. Jaylen Brown didn't play in either game. Robert Williams didn't play. Tatum did play. Tatum did play.
Did he not get strapped? Did I not just? Did I?
I don't know. You read these stats. I don't remember the games. I don't remember. It was a regular season game. Game 15.
Don't remember the games.
Talk to me in May.
That's more like game 6 or 7. More like
what
game
you
6.
talking about the Lakers? The Celtics beat the Lakers, but you talk about it in May. Wait till we play y'all again.
No. Hey, me.
We play y'all next week.
Celtics gonna be playing in May.
Damn.
No.
Damn, Ron ain't gonna be there.
Have y'all ever played in May?
Right now,
ever played in May? Yes, we have played in May. 2017 when we played you guys in May. What
did y'all win?
They didn't play last May.
Did you win?
They played last May.
No, we didn't win.
They made the playoffs last year.
On December 1st, the Wizards are sitting at the 4th seed. Boston is sitting at number 11.
What are we talking about? Like,
how many games are separating us?
We're talking about the Celtics and how they need leadership on this team. We talking about a Celtics team that we need to finish games. We're talking about a Celtics team that we need Jason Tatum to actually play like he wants to be an all-star and want to be an MVP of this league. We're talking about a Jason Tatum that's inconsistent throughout each game. We're talking about a Jason Tatum that still hasn't got a going into the lane package and still trying to shoot these jumpers and force shots. That's what we're talking about. We talking about Jalen. We're talking about injuries on this team. We talking about Robert Williams that can't stay on the court. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the lack of when Danny Ainge was in here and couldn't get us some actually veterans in here. And we drafting these guys and then we developing these guys. In the last 1 to 2 years now, and now 3, and then some showing promise and some showing not. You played some last year, you not playing something this year. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Celtics team that really needs another guy that can actually lead this team, because right now Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown will not do it for the Boston Celtics.
If Steve Kerr was coaching that team, y'all would Jason Tatum would get better. He would be getting better. I mean, I'm just saying,
don't do that.
He would get better. He would have a package.
Well, y'all might need Steve Kerr over there.
One thing about team windows, for a team window for it to open back up, there has to be a change, and something's gonna have to happen. Maybe Brown goes, maybe Tatum goes, and bring somebody else. Like we thought, it's always change. A change had look. Toronto, we thought their window closed. It was like they're never gonna win it. They brought in Kawhi,
and they won it.
They won.
Hold on, I want to say something. I got something to say,
but they didn't trade nobody.
I feel like I gotta reiterate this all the time. The window is not closed on the 23-year-old wings. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking about bringing in Kawhi to go with Kyle Lowry, who was probably 34 at the time. I mean, we talking about the Wizards. Brad Beal is probably my 30. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a closed window. These are windows. Your favorite player is 39 years old. You know, these are closed windows, guys.
Brad Beal is in his prime.
They're not even in their prime yet.
He's 28.
No, what you're saying, Harper, is true, but it goes to Kato's point. You need change, bro.
You don't either change, an addition or subtraction. Because they peaked.
Change.
Hold on, because they overachieved at a young age, you get rid of them.
No, we're not getting rid
of them. We're not saying get rid of them, but they may have to bring somebody else.
You got to bring somebody in or
Milwaukee.
All right, so listen.
They had to bring.
This is like the Brad Stevens debate. This is the Brad Stevens debate. You want to get rid of Brad Stevens. Everybody want to get rid of him. But who you bring in for him? Who do you trade Jaylen Brown for?
He wanted a black man.
I didn't.
Who do you trade Jaylen Brown for? That's what we asked.
Who do you trade him for?
Damian.
It's very quiet.
No.
Damian Lillard.
If you could get Ben, I would take him. But
I think Lillard is a leader. We just
you would trade Ben Simmons. We talking about Ben Simmons?
No, you said
Ben
who
Simmons, who's the best.
You said Brown. You said Brown. Who I trade Brown for?
Passer, Ben Simmons.
You said who would I trade Brown for? I would trade.
What's that the same Ben Simmons that Trae Young?
Yeah, he made a great pass out of a dunk.
Wait.
Last time I seen him, great pass.
I didn't know.
The reason that the Sixers lost that series. Let's talk about Tobias Harris, who was nowhere to be found.
No, you said on the ball defender. I didn't say nothing about the series. I said who averaged 30 in that series.
I'd trade JB for
Game
Buddy
7,
Hield and
wasn't
Harrison
Ben Simmons
Barnes.
guarding Trey? Wasn't that his worst shooting game?
Deal.
That's a good deal. He didn't account for Kevin Huerter dropping 20.
He averaged 30 in the series.
He wasn't guarding the whole series. When it mattered, when he strapped him, what did Trae Young do in Game 7? Nothing.
As you trolling right now.
One on their home floor.
To me, you don't give up on talent like that before they're even in their prime.
Well, so when do you give up? Because how long before they say they want out before versus
we'll get to that point. We'll get to that point. You got to get there.
Harper, I'm not saying I'm not saying
we've been in the conference finals 3 out of 4 years, man. It's not like we're not making the playoff, like we're the Kings.
Get you, bro.
But Harper,
days over.
Harper. Let me say this.
It's not over.
Y'all been Harper. Can I ask you a question? Just listen. To me. Y'all been doing nothing but subtracting from that team from 3-4 years ago. What have y'all really added? What have y'all added?
Hold on. What did we subtract?
Irving,
you lost Kyrie,
Hayward,
Walker,
Horford.
What do we? All right. So of all 4 players, hold on. Production wise, which of them did we really lose something from?
It don't matter. They role players. They was all a part of your champion of your Eastern Conference.
Basketball in 4 seasons.
What Kyrie doing right now?
Playing in 6 playoff games,
getting
in 2
done
seasons.
Dirty. Free Kyrie.
But look, Harper, you subtracted so much. You don't even have depth at your team. That could have, if a great coaching would have been able to make them put depth in. Like, hey, look, you got to play your role on this one, and they didn't do that. And y'all haven't added anything. So what I'm saying is, you have to bring somebody else in who can help maybe switch it up. Like I said, Lillard is a leader. He's not gonna play that bullshit with with
Lillard record worse than ours.
Oh, Lillard actually slumming this shit.
If you want to talk about a closed window, that's the team y'all need to be talking about right there.
No, we do that, but guess what?
But guess what? Are in their 30s. And they've never won nothing. That's a team with a closed window.
That's how Tatum and JB go be if they don't stay in Boston with that closed window.
But guess what? Guess what? Lillard was making the playoffs with less. Come on now.
No, he's losing with less.
He had a little bit more than the Celtics. He had
more than the Celtics.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, yes. In the last couple of years, yes.
In the Celtics.
Yes.
Is you serious?
I mean, look, do we have no talent, or we better than the Blazers now?
I mean, I'm taking Tatum. I'm taking Tatum and JB over McCollum.
We went to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times with these players, guys.
And
y'all, again, you act like we're missing the playoffs.
But the East was not as strong. It went
the
through,
East had LeBron James.
It go through him.
There you go.
And the East won as strong because everybody runs to the other side. Like now, everybody ran on the East. The East tough was Brown.
The man had CJ and Enes Kanter.
Right.
That's who he had.
No. That's wrong center.
And y'all got freedom too.
He had Nurkic. He had Collins.
Did Nurkic get hurt?
Nurkic always
hurt.
He had your boy you just talked about.
Yeah, he get hurt.
Covington Jones Jr.
Who?
He had Melo.
Covington. Melo.
When he made the finals.
Harper. Something you said.
Who made the finals?
When Lillard, when he made the Western Conference Finals.
He had those boys.
He didn't have Melo when he made the Western Conference.
That's all. He had literally all the other names.
CJ and Kanter.
He had freedom.
I just named Collins. He had Nurkic Collins.
Lottery pick. Y'all talking about lottery picks.
Nurkic was hurt.
I got a question for you. You said the Blazers window was closed. To me,
Hayward wasn't hurt. Kyrie wasn't hurt.
No. The Blazers, the window.
Kyrie didn't even play in the first playoffs when we went there. We went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then he came back and played in the second. His second year, and then we swept the Pacers, and then he just played trash in that Bucks series. He won it all. He won it all. Oh,
that's just hey. So look familiar. Look what Tatum and JB doing. They won't out. I'm telling y'all. Don't nobody want to be in Boston no more. They tired.
How you know? You talk to them?
I can tell.
Hey, Derrick.
They won't out.
Hey, Derrick. If Tatum or Brown go in the trade market, it'll be 3 hands on this screen saying, "I want him on my team."
Nobody said they was trash.
Exactly.
Nobody said they was trash. They just not leaders. They're not leaders. That's all.
Y'all sound like haters right now. Y'all sound like
said
haters.
that. Everything y'all said, I already said.
Maybe y'all should have got Lonzo. Maybe y'all should have went after Lonzo.
I wanted Lonzo.
Y'all should have got Lonzo.
They signed Lonzo last year.
CP3. Anybody. Y'all should have went for CP3.
Yeah, CP3. Yeah, just bring him on in. That'd be easy, right? That's no problem. Just get Chris Paul.
Kyle Lowry. Hey, you should have took Kyle Lowry. He would have got that right.
The Suns did, right? You see what they did.
Hey, you see what the Heat looking like? Hey, you see what the Heat looking like right now?
Y'all keep saying all this. Everything y'all saying, I already said this. We already said this numerous of times.
Yeah,
we talked about the
off
seasons of all these other teams.
I'm about to give him $80 million.
We talked about all this stuff. Like, come on.
The only thing I don't agree with you, Cap, that you said that Lillard had more than Tatum.
He did.
He didn't, bro.
He had better teams than Tatum.
Just stop.
So let's let me
talk about said the last couple of years.
CJ McCollum or Jaylen Brown.
Right now,
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, whenever.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is 23. McCollum is my age. You're not picking him. He's 6 feet tall.
I wouldn't pick him anytime over Jaylen Brown or Tatum.
All right, if you're the Boston Celtics, would you trade CJ McCollum for Jaylen Brown just to mix it up? As y'all keep saying?
No,
but I trade Dame Lillard.
Bro.
I trade for Dame Lillard.
All right, other than Dame Lillard, give me another trade.
There really isn't none right now.
It's none.
Let me see.
Y'all missed
all the good trades. Y'all could have had Kawhi. Y'all could have had James Harden.
One season.
Y'all missed out on both of them.
For one season. Everybody, again, that's the point I just made, Mies. He got a ready-made situation with veterans.
John Wall was 20.
Jason Tatum was 20 years old the year that we could have got Kawhi for Jaylen Brown. He was 20. Y'all favorite players ain't winning chips at 20.
I would have swept Kawhi up, man.
I think Kawhi won a chip. How old was Kawhi when he won his?
He was 21.
22.
He was like,
who was he on the team with again? What ready-made team was he on?
Yeah.
When he went around. Like, this is my point right now.
And that was
y'all don't want to take a chance, man. Y'all just want to think y'all gonna build up a championship team.
You do need another leader.
It's new leadership now. It's new leadership now. We'll see what happens when Brad Stevens
y'all need a third player to really
changes.
We'll
see what happens at the trade deadline. Danny Ainge didn't never want to pull the trigger, and that's why we're in this situation right now.
Y'all was loving them picks,
see what happens.
They were. I give you that. Now we talked about that.
And we mentioned numerous times before. We should have traded those 3 picks and brought in some other people. We've been saying that for years. We've been talking about this for years. We knew what the Celtics needed. And now Brad, that coached this team, hopefully he'll know what to bring in for this team.
Correct.
But y'all said
what you want, but we'll have 2 All-Stars. We'll have 2 All-Stars this year.
Okay.
Yeah, once they say they want out, they done got that money. They want out.
That sounds.
Go get John Weezy. Go get my boy.
I got one for you. I got what Mies. Would you trade Anthony Davis for Jaylen Brown?
No, I would not. I would.
Why not? For what angle?
Anthony Davis is like a generational talent in a sense. He's
hey, Doug, Jarrell, would y'all make that trade?
If we talking about how they playing right now, no, I'm not making that trade because Anthony Davis is tripping.
All right. AD is a generational talent. He is a generational talent. He's not playing to that level, but he's. You see? He's like 7 foot.
He got a generational body. I give him that. He looks like Kevin Garnett. He looks like him.
He looks like him. He ain't never been.
No, he's never been. No, he's never been him. But his skill set to me is like a Garnett, Tim Duncan. That's who AD should be.
That's a good. That's a very good. I like that. That's a very good comparison.
He's probably more skilled. probably more skilled than KG. I don't know about Tim, but he's probably more skilled.
He's more skilled than Tim, but he don't have the fundamentals.
He's not more skilled than
like Tim. He's more skilled as far as dribbling and things like that.
Dribbling because he used to play point guard, but
shooting threes.
I'm not saying he's more skilled than Tim. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
It's close. It's close.
He's more skilled, but don't have the fundamentals.
He don't have that basketball IQ.
Which is skill.
The fact that we saying it's close, comparing him to the best power forward of all time.
I'm with you on that.
And you said that you would not trade him for Jaylen Brown. That says a lot.
But AD and Jaylen Brown don't do what AD do. He don't like AD's potential, his ceiling. He don't have
basketball games.
That AD
get lower,
y'all not winning games though.
Get low,
either. Like the Celtics ain't winning games neither.
AD wasn't winning games when he was the lead.
I know that.
That's because the Pelicans are
AD got a ring though. AD got a ring.
So does the great coach Steve Kerr. He has several.
A lot.
He contributed, did he not?
All of them.
Did he not contribute? You act like he ain't contribute. Like
yeah,
he ain't saying Michael Jordan was
Is he gonna contribute again? Is he gonna do anything else?
AD gonna step up.
You won a championship in Disney. Where what else you gonna do?
After that sack game, he looked like he playing better.
Send us to the parade.
Honestly, I think the Lakers.
He got a lead vocally.
The Lakers traded for the wrong Wizards player.
Oh, they trade. Well, they shouldn't even done a deal with the Wizards. They should have got Buddy.
For making
I think the Lakers would have been better instead of doing. They either got Beal or what they should have did. Buddy, or get DeRozan and Kyle Lowry over there.
No, you don't need.
They had a deal
in place shooters.
For Buddy and DeMar, and LeBron.
What do y'all have for DeMar?
I don't like. They had DeMar and Buddy.
Just got $100 million. Y'all ain't got that.
He was wanting to come to LA to come back home. He wanted to play at home first, and then
he ain't playing for free, Mies.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not making this up. This was news. You could go Google this. DeMar DeRozan was coming to LA. He wanted to come back home.
What happened?
They had him and Buddy. They had him verbally. They had him and Buddy, and they had a deal for Buddy Hield.
Like Paul George,
and then
too, right?
They let me talk. Let me finish. They canceled the trade when Bron said he wanted Russ. And Russ wanted to come to LA.
And I am forever thankful.
They got rid of that. They canceled that Buddy Hield trade. And they couldn't get DeMar. Yeah. They couldn't pick up DeMar in free agency after that because he was going to get a mid-level deal. And they had to spend it all on Russ. That's a fact. DeMar was going to take a pay cut to come
DeMar
play
was never
in
a
LA.
real option. You don't go from making mid-level to $100 million.
You're not listening. He was taking a pay cut.
You're telling me from Google News. You're telling me that Google News said that he said, "I want to play for the Lakers." That's what you're telling me.
You look it up.
Mies is right, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Mies is 100%.
Hey, look, you know who else said they want to play for the Lakers? Your current point guard. So y'all enjoy that.
And I'm grateful.
Agreement too.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up, man.
DeMar DeRozan to the Lakers was a done deal.
This is the most I've ever talked about basketball.
Blue Star explains what happened in free agency.
And you know what, too? You know what, Mies? I'm glad you brought this up because this, to me, it still goes back to who the real GM is for every team he played for. Because he always picked the wrong freaking players. No. He picks his friends instead of people who help him win.
I say, well, he was winning. When has he not won? I'm confused. When has he not had a good season?
Remember when
with his friends?
I'm not talking about
when he got D-Wade to come to the Celtics.
They reeled off like 17 straight, and they 16, 15 straight that year.
When D-Wade went,
it just didn't look good.
Because it was in the East, like you downplayed my team for being in the East. Was that the same thing?
And what happened that year? And what happened that year? We cracked y'all.
LeBron lost in the finals.
But what happened in the Eastern Conference Finals? You like to brag about so much that your Celtics went to
you just said what happened that year.
3 in a row. Who they lose to though? Tell me who they lost to.
He beat some
kids. But you bragging about it. You bragging about it though.
Bragging about what?
You bragging about it. You brag about
what am I
your
bragging
team,
about?
but then when I brag about my boy Mac Jones as a rookie, it's a
talking
problem.
about
But you want to
football
brag
again.
about your 3 Eastern Conference Finals that LeBron kicked y'all ass in, but now they young because they young. Now they young.
How's he played a playoff game?
Who?
Mac Jones.
He will this year.
All right, well then we'll talk about Mac Jones when he play that game.
I'm just saying though, you using that young card.
My God, we won playoff series. We won mini series. I want to see Mac playing in a high stakes game.
How many Eastern Conference Finals y'all win?
I don't watch him play the Jets and the
K-Dub, Sherelle, you can
how
see
many
that can go
Eastern
in all
Conference
night.
Finals y'all win? All right, I'm good.
They can go in it all night.
The conference finals.
We'll be here until probably 4:00 tomorrow. But anything else about this NBA season? It's a lot of season left. Teams are going to get better. Teams are going to get worse. Trades are going to happen.
Healthy, that's all.
So we'll see what happens.
Shout out to the Hornets. There's a couple people on the broadcast that went and seen some games live. They really exciting. I want to go to a couple more. Mees, maybe if you can make that trip on out here for a holiday, we can do that. You know,
we'll see. Yeah,
Hornets
coming to the East Coast. I might go look at the Hornets
forever.
Sixers game. Me and Kate up might go to the game next week. So stay tuned. We'll probably have some footage from that and see what the Hornets been looking good. I mean, they beat the Wizards twice. They beat Golden State. They beat some other teams
and they broke
in the West. So I think they won what?
The only thing about the Hornets, and I'll tell you this right now, they play to the level of their competition, and that's the problem.
They're still inconsistent.
They beating the Bucks right now. They crack. Yeah, they not cracking them.
They're like I said, Steph came to Charlotte. They beat them, but it's like they'll play a sorry team, and they just get slack. And it's like they're too. The thing about them is what's good is like they're young, but that's the issue. They're young. They're not. They need some. They don't have. I don't think they have any. No leadership. Rozier is supposed to be that leader, Hayward, but they not stepping up how they supposed to.
Hayward ain't never been a leader. He wasn't a leader in Utah or Boston. Please stop.
Rozier not a leader either. Rozier never been a leader.
Player.
He don't. You could tell he don't like Hayward.
It's not about Rozier never been a leader. This is the first time he's been put in position to be a leader. I'd say that.
Well, he in the league.
Who, Rozier?
No. Oh, you talking about? I thought you were talking about Hayward. You talking about Rozier? Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Same, and then like Hayward. I mean, like I said, Hayward, same thing. I don't think he ever really had a chance to be a leader. This is because I mean Utah, it was him and Big Al. So and then like I said, Celtics, he got hurt, so he can't really make no moves over there. So I think this is another.
He was hurt for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Y'all make it sound like we were supposed to win the championship with him on our team.
That's how you made it sound. Talking about the 3 Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes, he got hurt. First year and a half, he was hurt.
Every game.
So
every game.
And injuries has been a big part of the Celtics. But I mean, that's every team. But I feel like we should have brought in some better pieces to kind of go with these two transcendent talents that we had on our team. And when you was at this level, you didn't meet this level. Now you got people at this level, and then you got people at this level, and then do that. But I'm not worried about it. Hopefully we'll kind of make a run because we got a little decent schedule. You say you want to bet on this game?
40 on the Lakers this time.
No, I'm looking at the Mavericks. I ain't betting on the Lakers if LeBron.
We put 140 on y'all in it's not Staples Center. What's it called now?
Crypto or something.
It's Staples until Christmas.
Crypto Arena. We're gonna put 140 with some Kobe's on too.
Staples until Christmas Day, as Jarrell say. But we gotta get out of here, everybody. It was a good conversation. Everybody was talking over each other. I mean, what y'all fighting for?
That was a good debate. That was good. That was good. We had some
angry, bro.
Y'all scrapping with your words. Y'all scrapping with your words.
It's a good show.
I'm gonna say, I think this time I wasn't even saying the craziest stuff. Y'all was that Lillard and Tatum. That was wild. Y'all captured that.
That was not wild. Just like
you said. Wow.
Just like you said, Middleton was the. What do you say? Middleton was. What'd you say last year?
Hold on. We're going off the Tatum Brown led team. We going off the Tatum Brown led team.
But yeah,
okay. But it's not like wasn't there games where he outscored Giannis too? Come on now, stop.
Did he have 50 points in a closeout game? Never speak to me about being Batman ever again. Ever.
Okay. All right. I guess. I guess.
I guess 50
Game
points.
Game 2 was his lowest 40-point game. But we're not gonna get into that. We know you say some crazy stuff. We know you're off the wall. But I hope y'all do well with Cam Newton, and I hope it goes well this week.
Don't stop, boy.
Because in the last 10 starts, he has lost. But anyway, make sure you hit us up.
He feeling himself because Mac Jones got a couple wins off on some sorry teams.
You mean 6 wins in a row?
Yeah,
you 6 wins in a row
on sorry teams. Hey, we're gonna see the next. Yeah, I can't wait for the next 3 weeks. Hey, I'm
Patriots
pick up
on
your
a
phone.
6-game winning streak.
Be by the phone. Be by the phone. Bills and Colts.
I can't wait to shock the world.
I can't wait to see these next 3 games.
I'm not hard to find. You know that.
All right.
I'll be in your city, so it don't matter. But we'll definitely have to pick this up. We'll try to see if we can get back in 2 weeks before the year is out. If not, we will have a new season coming up in January. I want to start off with a hot topic at the beginning of next year. I don't know what it will be, but I want to start with a hot topic. So y'all think of some things and see if we can get some suggestions out there, and we'll make it happen. But make sure y'all hit us up, talk to us, comment, do whatever. And K-Dub, I think Marc Harper said I owe you lunch for something. Did you retweet? Did you post the podcast thing after I said something?
He did. He don't even remember. He did.
Well, I get you. 2022, I got you. For Jarrell, for Harper, for K-Dub, for Mees, I'm D. Cheston. Peace.
Get well soon, Brian.